I'm Linda Pryor, and I'm a farmer in Western North Carolina. Our farm is Hilltop Farm, and we grow apples. We grow a lot of Golden Delicious and Romes. Golden Delicious are ready earlier. They're the first that we have to be mature, and we will start harvesting those in August through the middle of September. And then our Romes, we will harvest middle of September through the end of October. They are a little later blooming, and so then they're a little later to harvest too. As apples grow, things happen to them. Anytime you have something growing outside, there are so many things that are out of our control. One big factor is cold weather, and they will make things become very misshapen like this. So if we were selling that and that were going to end up on a grocery store shelf, that's going to get rejected. So we have to have something to do with it. Gleaning is a really good opportunity for us because it gives us an outlet for things that we can't sell and then help somebody else in return. So if you see an apple like this, there's nothing wrong with it. It's going to taste the exact same as the perfectly round apple. It just looks different. Same thing with this one. When it grew, it just grew against a branch. So two branches were close together and just kind of gave it a little pinch while it was growing. Nothing wrong with it. Underneath the skin, you wouldn't be able to tell that this spot was there. This one, it just rubbed up against the branch when the wind's blowing and left like a little scab. That's all. Nothing wrong with it. So if you see apples that have any of these little defects, they're fine. They're fine to pick and to use and to even eat fresh. And they're going to be just the same as the perfect looking apple. We're all done picking. We finished a few days ago, but there's still some apples left hanging on the trees. The reason for these being left was because they were a little bit too small. When buyers are looking for apples, they want specific sizes, they want the shape to be perfect, and these just didn't make the cut. And so on purpose, we left them rather than picking them and then being rejected from the buyer. So they're just a little bit smaller, but there's nothing wrong with them. If I'm gonna pick this apple, I wanna be careful not to yank down because the whole branch will pull. So I will take my fingers like this, put over the stem, kind of pull down and roll up a little bit, and it comes right off. So they're just a little smaller than what would be typical, like what you would see in the grocery store. But they're still really good to eat. And the really small ones can still be used for cooking, like to make applesauce with. Doesn't matter how big they are. When we host gleanings, I like to use these boxes just because they are free. We pick them up from our local grocery store, and it's a good way to recycle the box. It's also really easy for the volunteers to be able to pick them up and carry them with the handles. And then that way, if we don't know where they're going and don't necessarily know their storage capabilities, so that really they can be picked in anything. It depends on the agency that's receiving them, what works best for their situation and their storage. Apples are the perfect produce because they last a long time, especially if you have the ability to refrigerate them. You don't ever want to freeze them until you're ready to use them, but they can be refrigerated for months, depending on the variety. So these are Romes, and they are a very hardy apple, and just regular refrigeration, they will last for months. You can also cut them, core them before you freeze them, but that's a good way to make them last even longer too. I remember our first gleaning project that we did, and it was about 15 years ago. And the first project that we did was through Society of St. Andrew, and it was so impactful to me because we had FFA students that came as the volunteers. And so it was an opportunity to be able to show them about food waste because they truly had no idea. So it was a good learning opportunity for them, and it also created a really good partnership. So every year since then, we have done at least one gleaning every year, and it feels really good to give back. It feels really good to be able to provide the students that come and help us as volunteers with that education, and then the ultimate recipient of the apples that we give away too. That's important, and it helps reduce the amount of waste that we have. We don't want to attract wildlife into the orchard because that's an issue for food safety. So anytime that we can get all of the apples out, it's valuable. So it's a win-win for everyone.